What? Fuck.
That was really funny. Okay, here we
Okay.
go.
Jeez, you sound like Wheezy from Toy Story.
Okay, whew.
I was thinking about that video where that girl's laughing and all of a sudden that kettle. Like, they just show the kettle. Like, she's wheezing so hard all of a sudden, like...
Okay.
Okay, so welcome to SoundCake. I'm Tristan, and I'm sitting next to my friend Nicole.
Hello, guys.
And after that glorious laughing fit, we've decided to watch a movie called Submarine. I love Submarine. It came out in 2010. I think I was like 15 in 2010, 2011. And so the movie just so happens to be about a 15-year-old. And his goals are to, before he turns 16, he has to fix his parents' marriage, and he has to lose his virginity. And that's his goal, and it's kind of like a coming-of-age story, I guess. I really liked it because I was 15 when I first saw it, and the soundtrack is done by Alex Turner of the Arctic Monkeys, who I also really loved at the time. Yeah, so we're just going to watch this movie, and we will be right back. And welcome back. We just finished the movie. Nicole, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. It was a little bit hard to, understand the context for a little bit. Just because, I didn't know at all what the movie was about. There wasn't a lot of dialogue in the beginning. It's a movie that makes you think a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like the vibe. I don't know, just how it looked. It looked really cool. I don't know. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It was written by the guy who plays Moss on the IT Crowd, which is one of my favorite shows ever. Yeah, I love how the movie is shot, especially all the zooming, and it's so indie. It is one of the most indie movies I've ever seen. I think my favorite part about the movie is the soundtrack.
Yeah,
actually,
the music is really good. I mean, just saying as a Arctic Monkeys fan,
yeah,
it's great.
And
I love it.
Well, it's so relatable, when you think about yourself at 15, 16, because in the movie, Oliver can't deal with these really heavy things. His girlfriend's dad freaked out at the table over his wife's, cancer and their last Christmas together. And then they all went to go hug in the living room and everything, and he just sat there, and he didn't, he just sat there eating his food. He didn't know how to react.
The weird thing for me, when I was 15, actually, I can't remember that year of my life.
No?
I can remember, I was in grade 9. I remember my teacher. I, remember, the friends that I had back then. But, other than that, everything's a blur. I can't remember me when I was 15. I think that was the year I was obsessed with Sweeney Todd. And the only thing I listened to was the soundtrack of that movie. But, other than that, any kind of, I can't relate to being 15 years old because I don't remember what it was like. It's that time of my life is just gone. I remember very clearly, what happened in grade 8, and I remember very clearly what happened in grade 10, but grade 9 is a blur. I wasn't ever 15. That time of my life, just doesn't exist in my head anymore. I can't remember anything from back then other than, those little details. I don't remember how I felt, or, if anything crazy happened to me back then, if, I, blocked any memories on purpose. I can't remember when I was 15. It's weird. I don't know. It was hard for me to relate to this movie, because I don't remember what it was like back then.
Interesting. I wish I could forget when I was 15. It was so... Well, obviously it was really awkward, but that was way after, those 2 weeks I wore a fedora. I think I was 14 and I wore one for 2 weeks during the summer, and then I just threw it away.
But I also think that the reason I don't really remember much is because nothing crazy happened. I didn't date anyone in grade 9. School was meh. nothing crazy or like, I guess important really happened to me when I was 15. I
Okay.
think probably that's why I don't really recall much, because there wasn't anything big that stood out or that stands out in my memories.
Yeah, I don't remember anything huge happening when I was like 15 either, but I just know when I saw it, it was just the character that it just reminded me that I was like that a lot, and that's why I liked the movie in the first place. I thought the premise was really nice and simple for being the movie it was. Like before he turns 16, one, he wants to lose his virginity, two, he wants to save his parents' marriage, and you get to see him. He starts to succeed at one thing, and then he's screwing up the other. And then when the other gets really bad, he starts to focus on that, and then his relationship starts getting crappy, and it's just.
It's like hard to juggle more than like one important thing when you're 15.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like the one thing I do remember when I was 15 is one of my best friends was moving away. Like at the end of grade 9, she left. And that was like a really hard thing to deal with. And I guess like when we all found out that she was like moving or whatever, that's when things kind of just got like really hard to deal with. Like, I mean, I dealt with death, with a close friend in grade 8. That was difficult to get over. That was like one thing that happened in grade 8, and then grade 9 it was just kind of like meh until like I found out my friend was leaving, and then that was hard to deal with for me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, I feel like if there was more added to that, like if I was dealing with a relationship at that time or like anything like family related, like I would have just been a damn mess.
Yeah, it definitely shows at that age when you decide to take on real responsibilities,
Yeah.
and it definitely wasn't his responsibility, to save his parents' marriage, but it's kind of like when you take on too many things, and like when you're growing up and you realize that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
There are some things that are just out of your control, but I still don't know if he really did save that relationship, or save his parents. I don't think he did.
I mean, it seems like he did in the movie.
Hmm.
When he like walks into their room and like the light is dim and like she's like, "Oh, you can't knock first," kind of thing. Like obviously like they were fooling around, which is like in the beginning of the movie he's like, "Yeah, my parents haven't had sexual intercourse in like 7 months." So I guess maybe he like saved that part. Maybe it like got the family to like actually start talking about their problems once he actually became like sad and like showed more emotions, and his parents got concerned for him after he
Hmm.
vandalized the crap out of their neighbor's house.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, like I've never been married. I don't think I ever will get married. It's just not one of my life
Yeah.
goals kind of thing.
Yeah, me
But like
neither.
I don't know what it's like. So I can't really tell if like yeah, he saved their marriage or not, but like the movie made it seem like he did. So maybe we can just be happy about
Hmm.
that.
I feel like it's also true what they said in the movie, when I guess when we're like 15, and you were saying like you went through like some hard times, and like when you were 15, and who doesn't
Mm-hmm.
do that when they're like 14, 15, all the way up to, well, basically all your teenager years are hard. In the movie he like decided, none of this is going to matter when I'm 38.
Yeah.
I think that was encouraging to me at the time, to like think that, I'm probably not going to care about this when I'm in my 30s.
It took me a really long time to learn that. A long time. Like, probably only like in the last like maybe year I've realized that all of like my problems now aren't gonna matter in like a few years or a few months from now
Mhm.
from the problem. Like, it took me a really long time to learn that. I wish that I would have seen this movie when I was younger, so I would have just been like, yeah, it's not gonna matter when I'm 38, kind of thing.
Yeah. I think his parents look good for 38
Oh my
actually.
god, the mom is hot.
You think so?
I would tap that. I would. His mom's gorgeous.
Yeah, well, yeah, she does look good for her age. His dad is great though. I,
He's
I
funny.
I love how awkward he is. Like when he just like comes into the room after learning that he has a girlfriend, and just like shakes his hand.
All right then.
Yeah.
Good on you, bud. Made you this mixtape.
Yeah, and like in the book, he also he also in every day he has a journal, and every day he has like a different word, and then he starts to use these words a lot more after he learns them. Like I don't know if you caught like how his dad used a word and he looked it up in the
Yeah,
dictionary, and like the
yeah,
next scene he Oliver starts using the word.
yeah,
I definitely used to do that, and I
mm-hmm.
think I still do that to this day when I
Yeah,
like learn a word and I want to use it now.
mm-hmm.
Like I think yesterday when we were watching a movie, I said something, and I think somebody said good word. I
Yeah,
forget.
yeah, yeah. It was Alex, I think, or
I don't know. I used oh, I said convoluted.
oh,
I,
yeah. I think Paige was like, "Oh, good word."
I was like, thanks. Well, I mean, I don't know. I do this weird thing where even though I didn't learn that word like yesterday, I when I learn a new word, I try to use it, and like, or I just kind of put it in the bank, and
Mm-hmm.
then I keep it, and I know I have to use it at some point, but I just have to wait for it,
Yeah.
and sometimes I just like I haven't been able to use any new words in the right place.
Yeah, that's funny. I went for lunch with my parents today, and I mean, I talk to my parents like I do with like my friends. Like, I don't know, I don't have like these like intelligent conversations with my parents because we just aren't like that. And like, I had a sentence where I swore maybe a little bit too much. And my mother was like, "Is there any other words that you could use instead of swears?" And I was like, when I'm trying to have an intelligent conversation with a specific person, yes, I'll use bigger words and like I'll try to sound more intelligent. And she's like, "Well, what, do we look stupid to you?" I was like, "No, it's just like I don't feel like using my words on you." And like, plus you're like German, so you're not gonna understand what I'm saying anyways, and you're gonna want me to repeat it in German, and I don't know those words in German. So, but yeah, that's funny that came up today.
I think like it's for me it's not that decision like I feel like I should have a intelligent
Yeah,
conversation, I guess, air quotes,
yeah.
but I feel like I don't know, I put them away for a while and I try to think of the next situation where I could use them.
It really depends who you're talking to. I feel like there's some people that just like they won't know what that word is.
Hmm. I think I use it anyway cuz I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a little bit pretentious like that where because I know I used to hang out with like, well, I still do, but like when I was younger, I hung out a lot with older people, and they were using these words,
Yeah.
and so I would just think about them and then look them up in the dictionary later, and then because when I heard them and I didn't know what they meant, I felt like learning or putting new words in like your vocabulary was a good way or like a good sign of like growing up or
Yeah,
something and
yeah.
like feeling really mature. Yeah, so I just like put them away, and I still do that to this day. I just get it's not about like who I'm having a conversation with. I just get excited about using new words that I learned about. Oh yeah, that movie. That movie that we were watching yesterday,
Oh god.
last night was the stupidest movie in the world.
I got so mad. Like
Yeah,
fuck.
it was so dumb. The movie was called Would You Rather, and it has that one girl from Pitch Perfect in
Brittany
it.
Snow.
Yeah, which sounds.
Perfect porn name.
Yeah,
Like porn
I
star name.
I saw
Brittany
that. I think I
Snow.
watched Pitch Perfect one time, and I saw that on the in the credits, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought that then. But this movie actually does have a porn star in it, I guess, Sasha Grey. But I think I don't know. She was just. I don't know what to say about that movie. Like,
It was just stupid, and every character that was in that movie was stupid, and whoever wrote that movie was stupid, and it was just stupid.
yeah,
Like I don't know. It's just I did not enjoy that movie at all. It was stupid. There's no other words to use for it at this point.
yeah. I was
But
gonna ask you, did you think it was stupid?
yeah, it was fucking stupid.
Okay, and no, yeah, it's called Would You Rather, and I don't know if any of you have seen it before, but this this girl wants to get a lot of money so her brother with cancer can afford treatment. And so she agrees to do this really shady game with this doctor called Would You Rather, and then they go to this mansion or something, and there's a bunch of armed guards or butlers,
They're all having supper, and the host or whatever, like that doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's just being shady as hell. Like he's saying like, and like they're eating, and I guess she doesn't eat meat, and they were serving, a dish with like a steak on it or something.
It was a steak.
And she was like, "Yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna eat this. Like, I apologize. Like, I don't eat meat." And then he's like, "Well, this is a perfect example for the game. I will give you $10,000 fucking dollars if you eat this goddamn steak." And she's like, "Well, shit, okay." So she eats the fucking steak, and then this other guy like refuses a glass of wine because he was in AA and like beat his alcoholic tendencies, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "I'll give you $50,000 if you drink a glass of wine." So this dude gets freaking smashed because one glass apparently turned to the whole fucking bottle. And he got his money. And then the guy's like, "Alright, let's start the game. It's gonna be great. If you want to leave, leave right now." And then the guy with the $50,000 is trying to leave. And then he decided to sit back down, and they started to, play and like bring in this thing, and this guy tried to leave, and he got fucking shot, and then they start to play this fucking game, and they all get fucking electrocuted, and one of them gets stabbed, and then some guy has to like put a razor into his fucking eyeball, and like it's like a would you rather game, like all these other people like just get freaking murdered to hell. It's just stupid, and then the winner gets like $1 bajillion.
Yeah, there was this instance where this guy, he either has to, it was the one, okay, this guy, his name is Travis, and I guess he kind of badmouths this bratty son of the doctor who's running the thing, and all of a sudden this kid just like makes him pay for it. And so each question was like, would you rather stab the person beside you with an ice pick, or would you rather whip this guy with a really bad kind of stick, I guess, that makes
like
him bleed?
African weapon that is apparently fucking brutal.
It gets to his turn, and actually this Travis guy, he's gotten whipped like
3 times.
3 times already.
No, twice.
Oh, twice. So he has like 6 lashes in total. He's just bleeding. And it gets to this guy named Peter, and he's sitting next to this old paralyzed lady named Linda. And like it gets so ridiculous. He looks at this guy named Travis who's been whipped, and he's like, "Oh, he can't get whipped anymore, can he?" And then he looks at Linda. He's like, "You're paralyzed anyway, right?"
And who plays him?
Oh, the guy who plays Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. It's so weird to see him in anything else other than being Ricky.
And he was still funny though. Like he was.
I don't get it. Like he was still funny.
It was just a con thing.
So he just straight up takes the ice pick and like jams it into this old lady's leg.
He hits an artery and she like bleeds the fuck out in front of everyone.
Straight up.
Dies.
And then he just.
At least she didn't feel any pain.
Yeah, I guess so. She just bled out. That must feel so weird.
Right.
So like you don't feel yourself getting stabbed, but you just start to feel yourself getting more tired and weaker and weaker.
And the crazy thing is that like he like the guy that like was hosting like this stupid fucking game, he like had looked into the background of all of the people who were there to play, like win the money or whatever, and he like made all the games like just fucking brutal, like for like their like past, like that Travis guy that got whipped, like he was a soldier, and then this one bitch who I'm so glad fucking died in that movie. Her daughter apparently like was drowned by like her husband or something, and then that bitch ended up like drowning in a barrel because she had to hold her breath underwater for 4 minutes, because that was the game.
Well, yeah.
They had a choice between either having their head held under water in a barrel for 2 minutes, or to choose the card in an envelope on the table, which had some sort of other part in it. So,
well, it was unknown. So
it was unknown. So it's like the known, like you know what's gonna happen, and you're gonna have your head held underwater, or you're gonna have this unknown thing where it could be literally anything.
Yeah.
And she knows it. Like I guess it triggered her having to hold her breath underwater for 2 minutes because her daughter had drowned, and so she opens the card and it's a picture of a barrel, And she's like, what the hell is this? And he's like, oh, you get to hold your breath underwater for 4 minutes. Like, what a fucking dick.
Yeah. Or this other guy chooses the envelope and he opens it up and he has to like slit his eye with a razor, and it was so painful to watch. I actually left and I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, I like turned around on the couch.
I can't watch that.
It was so gross.
And then, but it was stupid though, because he covered his eye when he cut it, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't he just like cut his eyelid a little bit?
Well, because he didn't even he didn't cut his eye. Like, he actually stabbed himself with a razor in his eyeball. He just jammed it in there. And then,
what an idiot!
It back out, and then his eye just swole up like crazy.
Oh my god! Why not just or you're covering your hand, right? And you cut your hand and it gets all bloody, and you just rub the blood all over your eye or something.
Yeah.
Make it look like you actually cut your eye. These people are idiots. I think they all deserved it, to be honest. The thing that made me angry the most was that guy who drank the whole decanter of scotch, and
yeah.
he had 50 grand just for doing that, and he was just drunk, and
he could have just left because he went up, he got ready to leave, and then he just sat back down, and as soon as he noticed that they were all about to get fucking electrocuted and all these guards come in with fucking guns making sure that no one leaves, his drunk ass decides to fucking stand up and try to run out, and he got popped in the ass. Dumbass.
They straight up just shot him in the face.
But same with the main character or whatever, she got 10 grand. She could have fucking gotten up and left because she ate that fucking steak.
Yeah, 10 grand, just eat a steak, then I would leave. How much, I don't know how far, well, since, we have universal health care up here, I don't know how far 10 grand takes you in the States in terms of cancer treatment, but, 10
grand is a lot.
I feel like 10 grand would get you ahead, especially the 50 grand.
Yeah.
And, well, after all, she did get the least of the punishments, even though she was the main character.
Yeah.
She should have gotten the worst punishments, put through. She should have been put through the ringer.
Stabbed, boo-hoo. She held her breath underwater for 2 minutes like a fucking champ instead of getting her teeth extracted.
Yeah.
What else? She almost got raped by the son though. That fucking pissed me off.
Yeah, that was horrible.
And the shitty thing is that even though she almost got raped, and then one of the guards that found her brought her back to the game and told the host felt so bad for his son almost raping her, he literally apologized to her and then made her continue the fucking game. Who the fuck does that? God. Okay.
Obviously, the sadist.
So rattled.
You are so rattled by this movie. We saw it yesterday.
Stupid.
We saw it last night. You had time to digest it and get angry.
I had to turn on American Dad and just lay in bed for a solid hour and a half before I could sleep, just to get my mind off that stupid movie.
I guess so. It was under the horror genre.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. For those of you who want to cringe, it's bad.
Yeah,
I'm pissed.
It does.
The fact that money actually went into making this movie.
Yeah, people spent money on this movie, and I hate it so much. Well, you know what? Since, we've been talking about Would You Rather, I would just rather play a Would You Rather game right now. Now I'm in the mood. But now
I've read it enough from that fucking asshole in the movie. I think talking about that movie also kind of gets rid of the cringe part of this podcast.
Yeah, I think that movie definitely takes care of us cringing. I don't know. My internet is down. Who the hell's Driz? Did it not?
If anything, I can find some Would You Rather questions on my phone as well if this doesn't work.
Yeah, we could do that. Oh.
Can't connect to this network.
Can't connect, so we're just gonna go on Nicole's phone.
Okay, this isn't really a game where you can pick. It just has the questions, I guess. So we can still play. We just won't know the percentage of what other people think. This
is actually going to be a shorter episode, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too. I got too rattled for this. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you got really rattled.
Let's begin. Would you rather fight Jackie Chan or fight Jet Li?
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, same.
I picked Jackie Chan because he works comedy into his fights. Yeah. And I think that's just more entertaining. I'd rather, be able to laugh about it afterwards. I don't know. I've never met either of them, so.
Okay. Would you rather Donald Trump take place of Michael Cera or Michael Cera take place of Donald Trump?
Michael Cera take place of Donald Trump.
Yeah, what the fuck kind of question is this?
It's Michael Cera, like as the president. Yeah, totally.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, assuming at this point, it's probably dating the episode, but we're still in the middle of the election, so. I mean, not we are. We're Canadian, but
I would literally
we still have to hear all about it.
An American citizenship just to vote for Michael Cera to be president.
Yeah, I think so too. I would
amazing.
I would move to the States just so Michael Cera. Wasn't Michael Cera Canadian?
Huh?
I thought Michael Cera was Canadian.
Is he?
I don't know. Google it. Or is it a pain to Google something? Or am I getting it mixed up because...
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, he's Canadian. That's cool.
So Juno has 2 Canadian people.
That's dope.
Acting in it. Great.
All right. Would you rather receive $10,000 for every time that you have sex with a donkey, and you can have sex with the said donkey as many times as you want and still receive $10,000 each time, or have sex with as many hot women as you wanted for free?
Well, you know what? I already do the latter, so I'm gonna go with the latter.
Yeah.
Because I got tired of, the other thing. But no, I'm kidding.
Gross.
I'm kidding,
Yeah,
but you can,
women.
yeah.
Women's
I would much rather women than...
Alright. Would you rather have no chin or a receding hairline?
No chin or a receding hairline?
What would you look like without a chin? Would your face just stop?
I don't know. Well, I have 2, so...
Yeah, I have a few too.
It's like pushing your jaw, like, all in my... It's like... I don't know.
That would look fucking weird.
I think I would rather have a receding hairline.
I already have a receding hairline.
Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. It's just like...
It's like a bald spot. Yeah, anyways.
Oh, well. You just...
It's a great time.
I've never noticed.
Great. Would you rather never experience sexual pleasure again or never be able to eat any of your top 10 favorite foods again?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I already started eating healthy, and, my top 10 favorite foods are all unhealthy. So I would probably just stick with eating healthy forever and still have my sex drive and, rather than
Okay.
just...
Yeah, I think I would go with giving up my food because I would be healthy and yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. You can always find like new favorite food. You can try like a bunch of new stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, but what
Whereas
if it became
sexual pleasure, it's lame.
It's true. But like what if it became your favorite food and then that just like
Disintegrated into
you couldn't eat it anymore because now that was your favorite.
Find a new
or maybe it's your top 10 current favorite foods and then that you just can't eat those anymore. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever the food anyway.
Okay. Would you rather have to try to live the rest of your life without getting... I don't know if this is sexual or not.
What? What does it say?
Would you rather have to try to live the rest of your life without getting wet at all or not being touched by anyone? So is that like getting like rained on?
I'm gonna say it's like baths and like rained on, but I think I would rather...
How would you shower?
I know, how would you shower?
I would so much rather not be touched by anyone ever again. Actually, no, that totally like is condescending for the sexual pleasure question then.
Well, it's contradictory to that. It's like, but it's like, no one's gonna touch you anyway because you're not showering.
True. Fuck this question.
I think I would rather give up being touched by people.
Can you still touch other people?
Well, so like they can't voluntarily touch you, but you can touch them?
Oh, well, if it's voluntary and I invite someone to touch me, it's still okay. That's it'll
okay.
be bad.
Okay.
Yes?
So, I think I would rather not give up being wet ever in my life, because, like, baths and showers.
They are fantastic.
I gotta have it. Like, I don't want to, like, give up that just on the off chance that someone wants to touch me.
I mean, I hate getting touched when I don't, like, want to be. Like, if someone just, like, puts their hand on my shoulder, fucking hate it. I hate it.
Okay.
Like, personal space.
Except for when, like, you watch a really romantic movie and you're crying and you just, like...
Yeah, but usually I just, like, rest my head on someone's shoulder. That's, like, me coming to them, and I'm sure that they wouldn't mind if I'm crying. Or if someone else is crying and they, like, put their head on my shoulder, that's totally fine with me, but, like, if we're...
Or, like, that time you were, like, crying on my floor and you're just like, hold me!
Yeah. And you picked me up all bridal style. That was great. Anyways, this is a weird question. Let's move on. Okay, would you rather know when you die or how you die?
How I die.
Yeah, same.
Because I feel like if you always have it in mind and then you kind of start getting into the situation, you kind of know already. Yeah. You're like, oh, okay, well, you know what? If I know how this is going to die, I make sure, like, say you die by a chainsaw or something. Now you know never to be around chainsaws. And, like, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely.
So I feel like if I know how, then it's much more relaxed and... You know, because if I knew when, then I would always just be thinking about it.
Yeah. I feel like I would, like, almost... I don't know if I would stop living my life or, like, try to live my life to the fullest. I feel like I would be too scared to live.
Yeah.
At that point, to be honest.
I wouldn't think that there is a point to anything.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a hard one. Would you rather only interact with men or only... Okay, male, or only interact with female?
Female?
Okay, but, like, all my friends are guys, but I'm a lesbian. So, either I could just, like... I don't know, I just can't be, like, friends with a lot of girls. I have, like, 2 friends that are girls. Mm-hmm. Every other friend that I have is a guy. And it's just easier that way. I don't know, like...
Well, I guess it's easy for me because I'm straight. And so... so, say I chose, like, the women... I would be able to do this podcast, it's fine, but then you couldn't talk back to me.
Exactly, I couldn't do this, but then, like, I'm gonna be single forever.
So essentially for you, it's like, do I have friends or do I have sex?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's so difficult.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I would rather have friends.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, friends are, I think, a little bit more important.
You say that now, but, like, for the next 5 years, just...
When I'm, like, really single and, like, really lonely.
Yeah,
and my friends come over and I tell them to fuck off.
Because you're angry, you can't get any. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Okay, anyways. Would you rather have arms for legs or legs for arms?
I'm just trying to think of how that would look.
Okay, well, you would have to either, like, learn to walk on, like, your hands. That would kind of suck. I feel like your like bottom arms would just be buff as fuck.
I think I would rather have arms for legs. Yeah. Because I could swing from trees.
You could be like Jarrell with his monkey feet.
Oh, Jarrell with his big monkey feet. Okay, yes. Yeah, I would definitely. Well, yeah, Jarrell lives like that all the time. I would rather have arms for legs.
I guess you could do more, yeah. I feel like if you had, like, legs for arms, you could run super fucking fast. Like, you could just gallop like a fucking horse.
Think of how creepy that would look. Like, you just have, like... I kind of want
to draw a cartoon of that. That'd be cool.
And, like, I don't know, I tried typing things with, like, your toes. Your toes. I can't do it.
No, I think I'd rather have arms for legs as well. Ooh, would you rather have the constant feeling of bugs flying around you for the rest of your life or the feeling of water in your ear for the rest of your life?
I would rather have the feeling of water in my ear, I think.
Yeah, same.
Bugs annoy me more than having water in my ear.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it doesn't affect your hearing, I don't think. It just feels like it's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, easy.
Okay, let's pretend that we both have a dog. Would you rather have your dog be able to talk or never have to walk your dog?
What? I want him to talk. Yeah. I want my dog to talk. I want to have a dog, but, like, if I ever had one and he got to talk, that would be sweet. Oh, yeah. How is that even a question?
Okay, some of these questions are actually... Okay, I'm not even going to make you answer this one. I just want to read it because it's stupid.
Okay.
Would you rather eat a television or shit a television?
How does that... Oh my god.
How do people come up with these?
Okay, but if you eat a television, you're gonna shit one anyway.
I guess so, but I mean, I feel like they're asking, like, would you rather, like, eat a whole television or like shit like an entire television? Because I feel like if you try to eat a whole television, you can at least like take bites and like right of a television. That's just whatever. But like if you shit an entire television, that television is coming out of your body through your anal cavity.
It depends what kind of television it is.
Really, Tristan?
Yeah.
I would just rather not shit a television.
LCD flat screen. Here we go. Just.
Gross. Okay. Ooh, would you rather orgasm every time you pee or get $50 every time you fart?
$50 every time I fart. I fart all the time.
I'd be so rich.
I would be insanely rich right now.
That'd be
What?
Great.
Why would you want to orgasm? Like that's...
Some people are sex addicts. Some people just really, really like to orgasm. Some people can't achieve orgasm very easily, so they might want to be able to orgasm
every time they
whenever
pee. So what if like it's this dude standing at a concert in like this piss trough with like all these other guys, and he's just like,
gross. These are stupid. My new word for the day today is stupid. We should count how many times I say that word in this podcast. Okay. Would you rather live in the Harry Potter world and be a wizard, or live in the Star Wars world and be a Jedi?
Wizard. Okay, one, like I said before in the other podcast, Jedis can't have relations with other people. Okay, as great as it would be to have the Force, I think having a wand and knowing a bunch of spells would be even better.
Yeah, I agree.
And, like, I've been a bigger fan of Star Wars than I have Harry Potter, but if you're gonna live in that universe. But I like the space travel aspect, but I would rather live in a world where magic actually exists.
I really want to try butterbeer.
Sounds delicious. I think there might be a real recipe somewhere.
I think so, yeah. Like in Disney World or whatever, Disneyland, they have like that Harry Potter world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think that they serve butterbeer there. Or like, I guess either someone's imagination of butterbeer or like J.K. Rowling's actual recipe, I think. I don't know, but they do serve butterbeer there, so.
Oh,
I'd love to try it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Would you rather have the love of Scarlett Johansson or Emily Blunt?
Emily Blunt.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Emily Blunt, yeah.
No, I pick Scarlett Johansson.
Okay, this is great. Why would...
It's fucking Scarlett, man.
I
Her
guess
voice
so.
is amazing, and she's just so pretty. And I feel like me and her would never fight because her voice is just so calm. And Emily Blunt, I feel like, is a raging cunt somewhere deep down inside.
Jeez. Well, maybe Scarlett Johansson is because she knows she's really pretty.
Maybe, but I feel like, I don't know, Scarlett Johansson is just like so like soft, and then Emily Blunt's just like got these rough edges.
Well, you know, I've always been a big Jim Halpert fan.
Yeah.
And to know that John Krasinski married Emily Blunt, I don't know, I think and I've always been able to, I feel like I'm more like Jim Halpert.
Yeah, you are.
And I'd probably, well, I know John Krasinski isn't Jim Halpert, but I'm starting to rethink it. Well, I feel like Emily Blunt is like, I don't know, I like her style more, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, because I watched Edge of Tomorrow lately, and I might have changed my mind if we watched Her recently.
Yeah, I guess.
And I'm thinking, well, I couldn't get tired of Scarlett Johansson's voice because in the movie Her, it's like so present and you just like to hear it. It's so it's very
I don't know, for some reason,
comforting.
Yeah, like voice, like people's voices are like intriguing to me. Like if I don't like your voice, I just straight up don't like you. I feel like I would never get tired of her voice. So it would be perfect. We would live in perfect harmony. Anyways, oh my god, would you rather be stabbed in the stomach with a broken bottle or never be able to use any website other than Reddit ever again? No website whatsoever. Like, as soon as you log into your computer, you can only go on Reddit. No YouTube, no Facebook, nothing. Just Reddit.
I don't know, because, like, Reddit hosts a lot of stuff itself. Like, it has the direct links right on the website. Like, it has... If there's a YouTube video, it will just show the video on Reddit. You don't have to go to website. You know, it has its GIFs and it has, you know, all those other subreddits that you know, that you might want to go see. I think I would rather go on Reddit because at least I won't have a chance of dying. Then I
You'd
don't
never
want
be
to.
able to download another movie.
Oh no. Well, I can go buy a movie.
True,
And
if
go.
you can find it. If you can find the one specific movie that you
Right, and I can't even order it. I can't even
Yeah,
order
you
it off
can't
of
even
Amazon.
No, you
No.
See, I'd rather just get stabbed.
Okay, well, if
And
it's
then
like
heal.
if it's a little jab, then
Yeah.
sure. If it's
Yeah,
a little jab
like-
with a bottle, then fine. I will get
You
stabbed
heal
in the
and
stomach.
It's fine. I know I have a friend whose friend got shot in the stomach.
Jeez.
And she survived.
Okay.
So
How
I feel
was
like
that?
getting stabbed with a broken bottle wouldn't be that bad.
Okay, we'll try it after we're done this podcast.
Let's do it. Would you rather... I don't know if we did this question. I feel like this question looks familiar, but would you rather be able to understand any language or be able to play any instrument?
How good can you play the instrument?
It just says be able to play, so I
Oh.
guess you can play the instrument.
I would say language.
Yeah. I mean, I know a few different instruments and I know a few different languages, and it'd just be a lot easier to be able to understand other people.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you can learn... You
Yeah,
can learn an instrument a lot easier than you can learn a new language.
Yeah,
Especially 'cause
definitely.
there's, like, millions of fucking languages.
Yeah, there's so many... And it's any language?
Yeah.
Okay,
Language.
yeah. Languages... Then I won't have to, like... It's not that stereotype where I'm some ignorant North American who doesn't know any other language.
Yeah.
People would be a lot nicer to me if I'm abroad. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just, like, this is such a bad question. Like, this one. Just look at it. Like, why?
It's saying that, like, the latter is really... Like, it's a bad thing.
I hate it.
How can you be extremely? It's like it's either like you are, like, you like to, and you
It's either
don't.
you're one or you're the other.
Or, like, extremely is like, are you just more sexually active?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Whatever. We'll go to... Okay, they heard it on the podcast, but, like, the question was, like, would you rather be extremely fat or extremely homosexual? It is a very stupid question, yeah. Because I know some people who are both. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I do, actually, yes. Like, it either makes you seem like you think homosexuality is a bad thing,
Mm-hmm.
or it makes you seem like, I don't know, you are more, like, of a sexual person than...
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
This is. Can we go on to the
It's
next
stupid.
question?
Yeah, okay. What? Would you rather fight a bear or 100 stick-wielding midgets one at a time?
The midgets.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They all have sticks, and there's 100.
Yeah, it would make for a better video than me just getting murdered by a bear. Fun fact, in that movie Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt's character's name is Tristan, and he dies by fighting a bear. And boy, look how that turned out. I am absolutely nothing like Tristan in Legends of the Fall.
Would you rather die of starvation or dehydration?
Dehydration, I think. Or starvation, does that hurt a lot more?
Well, when you get hungry, does your stomach hurt?
I don't know what being hungry feels like, Nicole. I'm never hungry. It's just a constant state of snack.
I don't know, I've been, like, really hungry before, and, like, your stomach starts to hurt.
Yeah.
But, like, being dehydrated sucks, because, like, you get really dizzy, and...
You get really tired.
You can't really do anything or move around, and your lips get really chapped, and then eventually, like, your innards just...
I think I'd rather die by dehydration than starvation. Okay, what's that face for?
Ladies, would you rather have your boobs merge into one chest-wide boob? Or grow a second pair, 80% of the size of the original, just underneath? So, 80% of the size of my boobs right now, underneath my original boobs. But, like, underneath as in, like, under my skin, or underneath as, like, below?
No,
because that would be, like, 4 boobs.
No, it's, like, 80% of your...
So just add 80% to my
Yeah, just
normal
add
boob.
80%.
I would add 80% of my normal fucking boob. Who wants a whole chest-wide boob?
That's
Sucks.
so weird.
Like, someone literally asked this question, okay? Just get ready. Would you rather work from 8 to 4 or 9 to 5?
That's like, the most extreme question I've ever heard.
It's like this guy is looking for advice.
He's just looking for advice.
Like, should I start my new job from 8 to 4 or 9 to 5?
What should I write my availability down for? I would... 8 to 4, obviously. I would go 8 to 4. Well, because I'm done the day earlier. I mean, I know, like, it started earlier, but I don't mind. Like, in the morning, yeah, why not?
If I get enough sleep, then 8 to 4 wouldn't be a huge deal. I just feel like my Sundays would suck.
I mean, plus, you know, like, 4 o'clock, you get so much time.
Yeah.
To do everything, and not everything is, like, closed, or you can put a nap in there somewhere.
That's kind of why I hate working night shift, is because I sleep up until my shift starts, then I work for 10 hours. All I get to do at nighttime is go to the gym because everything else is closed and I have to do all of my errands Friday and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
Yeah, so definitely 8 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh. Would you rather freeze time and interfere with people, or bend people to your will with mind control?
I would do the mind control if it was really subtle. If, like, it's like Inception, where you make them think that was their original idea. So if I can do mind control, then in like a very subtle way where it makes them think that it's a completely original idea, then I would do that.
I feel like if you had the ability to freeze time, it would just be really dangerous. I've seen enough of Rick and Morty to know that would not be a good idea. So yeah, I agree.
You have to, like, dust people off after a long time and wash their clothes or something.
This question kills me. Okay.
Oh, what is it?
Sorry. Would you rather fight 4 small preteen girls or 1 really large preteen girl?
What do they mean by really large?
I don't know. I guess, like, if you, like, melded 4 preteen small girls together to make 1 large one.
4 preteen girls, that would be bigger than I am, so definitely. Yeah, I would rather fight 4 preteen girls.
Okay.
The tall one's gonna do the swinging. The short ones are just gonna call me slut and videotape it on their cracked phones.
True. And I mean, they're 12, so.
And they're 12. This is. Do you imagine walking by that, like, in a street alley one day?
Like,
you're
one
walking,
adult and just, like, 4,
walking
like,
by, and it's
12-year-olds.
specifically me, and it's like getting into a fist fight with like 4 12-year-olds.
Oh my god.
If they, like, tried to mug me or take my money, then I wouldn't feel bad. If they were armed or something,
True.
I wouldn't feel bad for punching them in the face. Okay, what?
I don't think you want to. Okay.
I want to hear it. Don't
Would,
just.
would you rather sit on a dick and eat a pie? Or sit on a pie and eat a I have to repeat this one. Okay. Would you rather sit... I can't fucking do it. I feel like that wasn't clear at all. Okay. Would you rather sit on a dick and eat a pie? Or sit on a pie and eat a dick?
I'd rather sit on a dick and eat a pie. Because I don't... It doesn't have to be in me. I just have to sit on top of it, right? They didn't specify.
That's very true.
They didn't specify that it had to be in you. You just have to sit on it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't want to eat the dick. I'd rather eat the pie.
You just have to sit on one.
You
And, like,
just have to, like, sit in someone's lap and, like...
pretty much.
eat a
But they
pie.
just have to, like, specifically, like, it has to be on the dick. Like...
Yeah. Okay.
This can be the last one.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Because we're, like, over an hour already.
Ooh. Okay. Would you rather have the ability to fly or teleport to any point in history?
Teleport to any point in history, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I would make it like a rule for myself to not go back like in like my personal history, but maybe go back to like ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
Or like the prehistoric era. Like, check that shit out.
Plus, if you really like living there, you can just decide to stay.
Yeah.
And if
But
it doesn't
can
work
you
out,
teleport like back into the future if you stay too long?
I wouldn't mind if it was like, or like you teleport.
It would have to be like back to that specific point in time when you teleport.
When you decide to teleport, when it comes to time travel. So yeah, definitely. If you can just decide to go back to the point you originally made that decision. And
you you can't make any changes.
Yeah.
To anything because.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I get what you were saying.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's it.
So that was that episode. Thank you for joining us once more. And we'll be back whenever we feel like doing another one. So thank you for joining us and see you later.
Bye.